right. We calling up. Station registry.
Let's start the prayer. Okay.
Shubakasiyad, Yahanna, SHALAM.
Shubakasiyad, Yahanna, SHALAM.
Yahbashim Yahushua Barakatah.
Yahbashim Yahushua Barakatah. Come on up, boy. Give me a drink.
Do I pour it myself?
Go.
La Yashala, which means to Israel.
All right. Say the prayers. Prayers in it. All right. Men of Israel. Maju. Follow Guadon, which is first the east.
This is the Lord's Prayer in Hebrew. Abanawa. Shabbat Shemayim. Badash. Shemka. Yahweh. Malakbaka. Taba'ah. Ratazaka. Asha. Ra'aratazah. Kawa. Bashemayim. Nathan. Lanawa. Lakam. Cow. Yawam. Wasalakwanawa. Kabawathanawa. Kasalaknawa. Kabawathanawa. Wala'ah. Tabi'anawa. Anasayawan. Abal. Hawashanawa. Ayan. Rai. Kaya. Laka. Hamalakwa. Wala'ala. Wahatab. Wa'apara. La'awalamyam. Aman.
It's Lord's Prayer in English. Our
Father,
which art in heaven. Hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come.
Thy kingdom come.
Thy will be done.
Thy will be done.
In earth. As it is in heaven. Give us this day. Our daily bread. Give us our debt. As we forgive our debtors. Lead us not. Into temptation. But deliver us from evil. Thine is the kingdom. The power. And the glory. Forever. So be it.
Prayer for the power in Hebrew. Yahweh. Ba'ashim. Yahweh Shai. Babakashah. Nathanyanawa. Akak. La Paha. Kal Makala. Makal Marawa. Akak. La Tahar. Hamatazarayim. Akak. La Hafkayim. Hamathiam. Akak. Al-Raqwa. Hatama'ala. Lagarashan. Bahashim. Yahweh Shai. The water. Aman.
It's the power in English. Yahweh. In the name of Yahweh Shai. Please give us the power. Power to heal all manner of sickness. And all manner of disease. The power to cleanse the lepers. The power to raise the dead. The power against unclean spirits. Cast them out. In the name of Yahweh Shai. Thank you. So be it.
Pray for the blessings in Hebrew. Barakatah. Yahweh Shai. Salaki. Barakatah. Yahweh. Why Yahweh Shai? Why Maya Akala? Why Allah Hayam? Matazah Baya'ah. Alawat. Yahanna. Alawapium. Hazarayim. Hakwatazayim. Hakaya Ya'alam. Wa'akak Wa'athan. Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Ba'ashem.
Ba'ashem.
Yahweh Shai.
Yahweh Shai.
The water.
The water.
Amen.
Amen. What we said in English is, bless you, Yahweh and Yahweh Shai, and Michael and the angels, the manager and Yahanna, the generals, the captains, the officers, the troopers, and the sisters. Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh Shai, thank you, so be it.
It's Psalms 83 in the Hebrew. Alahayim.
Alahayim.
Al-Tamiyalaka.
Al-Tamiyalaka.
Al-Takarash.
Al-Takarash.
Al-Tashakwat.
Al-Tashakwat.
Al. Yahanna.
Yahanna.
Abu-Yabika.
Abu-Yabika.
Yahama Yawan.
Yahama Yawan.
Ra'ash.
Ra'ash.
Al-Imaka.
Al-Imaka.
Ya'ira Yawa.
Ya'ira Yawa.
Sawada.
Sawada.
Wayatha.
Wayatha.
Ya'atazawa.
Ya'atazawa.
Al-Tazabawanyaka.
Al-Tazabawanyaka.
Arama.
Arama.
Lakawa.
Lakawa.
Wanakakidan.
Wanakakidan.
Bagalia.
Bagalia.
Wala Yazaka.
Wala Yazaka.
Sham Yasha'ala.
Sham Yasha'ala.
Iwada.
Iwada.
Kaya.
Kaya.
Nawa Tazawa.
Nawa Tazawa.
Laba.
Laba.
Yakadwa.
Yakadwa.
Alyaka.
Alyaka.
Barath.
Barath.
Yakarathwa.
Yakarathwa.
Alhaya.
Alhaya.
Adawam.
Adawam.
Wayashamai.
Wayashamai.
Al-Yaham.
Al-Yaham.
Mawa'aba.
Mawa'aba.
Wahagariam.
Wahagariam.
Gabal.
Gabal.
Waya'aman.
Waya'aman.
Wa'amalak.
Wa'amalak.
Palashath.
Palashath.
I'm Yeshabia.
I'm Yeshabia.
Tazawar.
Tazawar.
Gam Ashawar.
Gam Ashawar.
Nalawa.
Alawa.
Imam.
Imam.
Hayawa.
Hayawa.
Zerawat.
Zerawat.
Labani Yawat.
Labani Yawat.
Selah.
Selah.
I.S.U.P.K.
I.S.U.P.K.
Amadian.
Amadian.
Kasaya Sara'ah.
Kasaya Sara'ah.
Kayagyan.
Kayagyan.
Manakal.
Manakal.
Kawash.
Kawash.
One.
Kawash one.
Kawash one.
Kawash one.
Nashamadwa.
Nashamadwa.
Bayan Dara.
Bayan Dara.
Hayawa.
Hayawa.
Daman.
Daman.
Layadama.
Layadama.
Sayatama.
Sayatama.
Nada ya Mawa.
Nada ya Mawa.
Kairab.
Kairab.
Makasabak.
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 Makatazal.
Makatazal.
Anai.
Anai.
Kal Nasa Yakamwa.
Kal Nasa Yakamwa.
Ashar.
Ashar.
I'm a war.
I'm a war.
Nayarasha.
Nayarasha.
Lanawa.
Lanawa.
Nawath.
Nawath.
Alahayim.
Alahayim.
Alahaya.
Alahaya.
Sayatamwa.
Sayatamwa.
Galga.
Galga.
Kawash.
Kawash.
Lapanya Rakwa.
Lapanya Rakwa.
Kaash.
Kaash.
Taba'ara Ya'ira.
Taba'ara Ya'ira.
Wakala Abba.
Wakala Abba.
Lalahat.
Lalahat.
Hariyam.
Hariyam.
Khan.
Khan.
Tawadatma.
Tawadatma.
Kasa Irika.
Kasa Irika.
Wabasa.
Wabasa.
Wabasa Wapaka.
Wabasa Wapaka.
Taba Alam.
Taba Alam.
Wala'a.
Wala'a.
Payaham.
Payaham.
Palawan.
Palawan.
Wayabakwashwa.
Wayabakwashwa.
Shakar.
Shakar.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Yabashwa.
Yabashwa.
Wayabahawa.
Wayabahawa.
Ayai.
Ayai.
Wayakapara.
Wayakapara.
Wayaaba. Wayaabawa.
Wayaabawa.
Wayadawa.
Wayadawa.
Kaya Ata.
Kaya Ata.
Shamkab.
Shamkab.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Labaka.
Labaka.
Ayagwan.
Ayagwan.
Al-Kaya Harataza.
Al-Kaya Harataza.
Good job, work. Good to go. Okay.
This is Psalms 83 in English. Slack. Go ahead and read that one right there. What you got right now? Go ahead and read that one.
Psalms 121.
Yeah, 121. Read that one.
Hebrew, come. Salaki, this is Psalms 121 in Hebrew. I.S.U.P.K.
I.S.U.P.K.
Yahanna.
Yahanna.
Haram.
Haram.
Yahanna.
Yahanna.
Laba'ah. Azaria. Ma'aim. Yahweh. Aisha. Shamayam. Wa'arataza. Al-Yathan. Lamawat. Regalka. Al-Yanawam. Shamarka. Ana. La'ah. Lanawam. Wala'ah. Yayashan. Shawamar.
Bluetooth disconnected.
Yasha'Allah.
Pairing.
Yasha'Allah.
Cut the speaker off.
Yahweh. Shamarka. Yahweh. Tazalka. Al-Yad. Yamyamka. Yayawam. Hashamash. La'ah. Lakaha. Wayarak. Balayala. Yahweh. Yashamarka. Makara. Yashamar. Athapashka. Yahweh. Yashamar. Taza'aka. Wabawafka. Mayatha. Wa'ai-walam.
This is the Psalms 80. It's like it. Psalms 121 in the English. I will lift my eyes unto the hills. From which cometh my help? My help cometh from Yahweh. Which made heaven and earth. He will not suffer thy foot to be moved. He that keepeth thee. Will not slumber. Behold. He that keepeth Israel. Shall neither slumber nor sleep. Yahweh is thy keeper. Yahweh is the shade upon thy right hand. The sun shall not smite thee by day. Nor the moon by night. Yahweh shall preserve thee. From all evil. He shall preserve thy soul. Yahweh shall preserve thy going out. And thy coming in. From this time forth. And even forevermore. This is Psalms 83 in the English. Keep not thy silence, O Yahweh. Hold not thy peace. And be not still. O Yahweh. For lo, thy enemies make a tumult. And they have lifted. They have hated thee.
And they that hate thee.
That lifted up their head.
They
have taken crafty counsel. Against thy people. And consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said. Come. And let us cut them off. From being a nation. That the name of Israel. May be no more in remembrance. But they have consulted together. With one consent. They are confederate against thee. The tabernacles of Edom. And of Israelites. Moab. The Hagarenes. Gabal. Ammon. Amalek. The Philistines. The inhabitants of Tyre. Ashur also is joined with them. They have hope in the children of Lot. Selah. Do unto them. As unto the Midianites. As to Sisera. As to Jabin. As to the brook of Kison. Which perished at Endor. They have become dung for the earth. Make their nobles like a rail. Like Zaid. Yea. All the princes of Zabah. And Zamuna. Who said, let us take to ourselves the house of Yahweh in possession. Oh my power. Make them like a wheel. As they stumble before the wind. As the fire burn the wood. As the flame set the mountains on fire. So persecute them. With thy tempest. Make them afraid. With thy storm. Fill their faces with shame. That they may seek thy name. Oh Yahweh. Let them be confounded. Trouble forever. Yea. Let them be put to shame. And perish. That men may know. That thou. Whose name alone. Is Yahweh. Are the most high. Of all the earth. Shall we turn? All right. Shall we be seated? sir.
What?
All right.
It's nice to be here.
Where we at? It's like how about Shimmy Shah Rock thought to the brothers, your house, your mother, the thumb by for the sisters. This is the class, the Sabbath day class. This is the day that's dedicated to the Most High God. And so with that, we're gonna get down with it, get started. We're gonna start at Leviticus 11 and 36, right?
Count on one card.
All right. We're gonna read in Hebrew.
Count on one card.
Come on, a little closer. The water.
You're in the bar, sir. The book of Leviticus, chapter 11, verse 36. Aka, Mayan, Wara, Makwawa, Mayam, Yahaya, Tahawar,
So yeah.
Salakia, Yahweh, Tahawar, Wanagai, Banabalatam, Yatama'a,
Keep going.
verse 37. Wakaya, Yapala, Madabalatam, Al, Kal, Zara'ai, Zarawa'ai, Ashar, Yazara'ai, Tahawar, Hawa'a, Wakaya, Yathan, Mayam, Al, Zara'ai, Wanapala, Manabala, Salakia, Ila Yawa, Tama'a, Hawa'a, Lakam, Sa. Verse 39. Wakaya, Yamawath, Man, Habahama, Ashar, Haya'a, Lakam, La'akala, Hanaga'ai, Banabalata, Yatama'a, Id, Ha'araba, verse 40. Waha'a Kala, Manabalata, Yakabasa, Bagadua, Watama'a, Id, Ha'arab, Wanaha Sha'ah, Salakia, Ath, Nabalatha, Yakabasa, Bagadua, Watama'a, Id, Ha'arab. Verse 41. Wakal, Hasharataza, Al, Ha'arataza, Shekwataza, Hawa'a, La'a, Wa'akal. Verse 42.
Last verse.
Call. Hawalak. Al. Gakawan. Wakal. Hawalaka. Al. Ha'araba'ai. Id. Call. Marab. Regalium, Lakala, Hasharataza, Al, Ha'arataza, La'a. The Akalyawum, Kaya, Wakwataza. Oh, no, Salaki. Shikwataza. Hum.
Good job. Good job.
And the reading.
All
All right, let's get into English. Leviticus 11:36. Baba Shah.
Kana Khan. Verse 36. Nevertheless, a fountain or pit, wherein there is plenty of water, shall be clean, but that which toucheth the carcass shall be unclean. Verse 37. And if any part of their carcass fall upon any sowing seed which is to be sown, it shall be clean.
So again, Israel's all about cleanliness. It's all about cleanliness. So we do this. As you know, we're a clean people. Or rather, we're a clean people. So anything in the scriptures here in Leviticus is just proving another thing that proves that we are the true biblical Israelites. Because ain't nobody else like this.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? We're talking about disease prevention, quarantine.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We started quarantine. You know, nobody else does it like that. You know, even though they try to implement it now, it's new for them, not for us. This is our culture, okay? Can't nobody do it like we do because it's for us only. Go ahead.
Khan, verse 38. But if any water be put upon the seed, and any part of their carcass fall thereon, it shall be unclean to you.
Salaki. So there is no picking it up, kissing it up to God.
That's right.
It don't work.
10 seconds?
10 second rule?
No record rule.
Look, I heard of people saying 30-second rule.
30 seconds.
I'm sorry.
Still wouldn't do
That hit the ground. I don't want nothing to curl my lips up. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Khan. Verse 39.
It's like, just to recap what we're talking about. We're talking about unclean foods for those that is joining us and not knowing they missed the last Sabbath. We're talking about things, foods you can eat and cannot eat, unclean and clean foods to us. And if their carcasses falls on the seed or anything like that, it's still going to be unclean. So that's what we're talking, just to recap you up to bring you forth to the day. Unclean and clean foods. Salaki.
And Salaki, to that point, well, actually to another point, anything that dies of itself, we're not allowed to eat. So, for example, a deer that we find on the side of the road, we're not allowed to eat that. A cow that just falls over dead, we're not allowed to eat that. It only makes sense. You don't know what took that animal out. That could be cancer in that animal.
Right.
That could be disease in that animal. And you consume that disease or virus, whatever it is, you got it. Mad cow disease. You know what I'm saying? So we can't eat anything that dies of itself. We need to kill the animal ourselves, then we can consume it.
Right.
Go ahead.
Khan. Verse 39. And if any beast of which ye may eat die, he that toucheth the carcass therefore, thereof shall be unclean until the even.
That's the same thing. So that being unclean is because you touched something that just died. Again, quarantine. If a brother or sister touches that, you're unclean for a while. Let's go on and set you off to yourself. Don't touch nobody. Don't touch nothing. You stay by yourself. You're quarantined. All right, until evening. We want to see if you turn into a creature yourself. Right. You know, you get bumps and whops all over your face. We know to stay away from you. It's a way to keep Israel alive. You know what I'm saying? Right. Keep us healthy. Go ahead.
It's like, if I could add, and most people think this is a sin to you. It's a law to keep you clean. It's not something that we look at as, oh man, you just nasty, something like that. It's just, hey, you clean. Because most people think that if they touch something unclean, that we're going to look at them as, you just damnation to earth. And just, no, it's not that. It's just that we want to make sure you're clean. So you're unclean till 7 that evening when it drops. And after that, you're good to go again.
Right.
So don't look at it as some nasty thing or something that we're just going to just, shun you away. It's just to keep us clean, to make sure we get rid of diseases and whatnot. And you're good to go at 7 o'clock. Sun's down, you're good to go.
Damn right. We're not playing the cootie game in kindergarten.
Right.
Go ahead.
Khan. Verse 40. And he that eateth of the carcass, of it shall wash his clothes, and be unclean until the even. He also that beareth the carcass, of it shall wash his clothes, and be unclean until the even. Verse 41. And every creeping thing that creepeth upon the earth shall be an abomination. It shall not be eaten.
Now we mentioned this last week in class.
Right.
So he's driving the point home I mean, damn, if you hear it once, it should be solid, right? So now it's telling you the importance. Any creeping thing that creepeth upon the earth shall be unclean to thee, right? So he's driving the point home again. He's just driving that home, driving it home. So if you hear it multiple times, you know, all right, there's some importance to this, right? Even if we hear it once, like I said, there's importance to it. But now, it seems like there's a greater importance to this. Hey, don't eat that thing that's creeping across. Don't eat that damn scorpion.
Right.
That's not for you to eat. Go ahead.
Khan, verse 42. Whatsoever goeth upon the belly, and whatsoever goeth upon all four, or whatsoever hath more feet among all creeping things that creep upon the earth, them ye shall not eat.
All right, Salakia. What has more feet than anything that creepeth upon the earth? Go ahead.
Insects.
Yeah, but what specific type of insect?
So like arachnids, scorpions, spiders, and centipedes.
Centipedes, arachnids, exactly. Millipedes, centipedes. They have more legs than anything that. So you cannot eat a tarantula, like they do in some of these countries.
That's right. It's tarantula soup they got.
Tarantula soup. They burn the hairs off the thing and then they eat. That don't even look good. You know what I'm saying? Scorpion. Who want to eat a damn scorpion or a centipede, a millipede? You know what I'm saying? So, go ahead.
Khan, for they are an abomination.
Salaki, and it said whatsoever groweth across his belly, right?
Khan.
We all know what that is.
Mm-hmm.
There's plenty of them. Snakes. It crawleth across using his belly. It tells you do not eat the snake. But you'll have heathens out there telling you snake is good. Rattlesnake tastes like chicken. They always want to compare. That's how you know they trying to get Israelites to sin. Because Israelites love some chicken.
Right.
We love chicken. That's how you know they're trying to get us to sin.
That's right.
That's Satan working through these heathens telling us that pork is the new white meat. Pork is the new, hey, if you cook it this way, it tastes like chicken.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Everything tastes like chicken.
Everything tastes like chicken. Pork, rat, cat, dog. You know what I'm saying? Coon, rabbit. Snake. Go ahead.
I hear frogs.
Frog.
Tastes like chicken.
Salaki.
What kind of chicken y'all eating, man?
I'm saying, hey, it's chicken from the Moab spot. That's what y'all eat, right? I can't even stand a frog jumping on me. I don't like frogs. I can't. You can ask my people. I don't like frogs. Go ahead, sir.
Just don't say gator tail.
Hey, same thing. Cause being in Florida, we know about them gators.
Right.
They take a few steps and drag their belly.
Yeah.
That's unclean. He's letting you know in a nutshell everything that is unclean.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He's driving this point home. Because that's not the first time it's been mentioned in the book of Leviticus. Sure. All right? So this right here in this chapter is him driving everything home. Like, hey, listen, here. All right? So we can get the point, Israel.
That's right.
Go ahead.
And so, like, if I could add to that,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the Most High God is infinite wisdom. He knows what He created these animals for. I mean, snakes, they kill rodents, and also they use it as a vaccine for.
Oh, yeah.
when you get,
Anti-venom?
Anti-venom. So the Most High knows what He created these animals for. So He's telling you not to eat these things because He actually knows what He made it for. It is not good for human consumption.
Mm-hmm.
But like I said, we've been in Esau's kingdom. We do what they do, and we follow the ways of the heathens, and we start to do these things. And this is right here in Leviticus where the Most High is telling us, don't do that. He's giving us specific instructions. I mean, specific. They down to the T.
Yeah, right.
What you don't have to worry. You don't have to think about it. It's right here in black and white. What you can do, what you can't do, what you should eat, what you should not eat. So just trust the Most High God. He knows what to give you to eat.
And Salaki, to that point, I think the only importance for a snake or alligator is some shoes, some boots, or a belt.
Okay, I don't got it.
You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Salaki, you want me to read the next
That's the
seven?
last verse.
Oh, you already did 43?
You stop at 43.
All right, cool.
All right.
Sweat.
Majum.
Majum.
We'll call the next young man up. Call me, Majum, come state your race.
Pashkaya, Bayahawda, Bayashal.
Napashkaya, Banyahara, Banyashala.
Yahweh Hashem Yahshua Baruch
Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Baruch Thumb.
Shabby, please be seated. All right. Bring the easel up there, and we'll start you at 43.
Okay. The book of Leviticus, chapter 11, verse 43 in the Hebrew. Allah. Dashquad Tazarah. Oth. Napash that Yakam Bakau Hash Rataza Hash Rataza Taza.
It's like what verse you at?
43, oh yeah.
43.
Wala'a. The ka mad of behind were not damat down bomb. Verse 44. Kaya of Yahanna Yahweh Allah Ha'akam Wahata Quadash Dam Waha Ya Yatayim Quadash Yam Kaya Quadawash Ath Naiha Naya Wa La Wala Ta ma off now posh ta yakam bakal waash rataza hada mosh al hi off Rod Taza, verse 45, Kaya, Oth, Nyaha, Yahweh, Yama, Al, Ha, Al. Oth, come, Ma'oth, Rataza, Mataza, Rayum, La, Yas. The cow. That's lucky. The calm. The outlaw Hayam. Wa ya Yatam. Quarash Yam Kaya Qua Da wash Ath Naya, verse 46. Za'ath Dawa Das Habad Ha Maha Wahai I.S.U.P.K Wakau Napash Hadath Nice Haida Mash Hamash Dayas. Okay. Hashdios. Okay. By my yum wala cow napash hash ratazas us. Ow I Rataza verse 47. El High by Dai Yao by Yao by Yao Hadab Matas Waba Yan Hadas Hata Hara Waba Yan Haka Ya Ha Nai Das Cows Das Wabal Yan Ya Kai Ya Ashar La'a Das Hakao Pa. Okay.
There's a delay.
Yes, delay. This is like a delay sloppy. Verse. Okay. Leviticus 12, verse 1. Wayad da bar Yahweh Al Masha Al La Mar.
Okay.
Verse. That's it.
Sit on it.
Okay.
You said 42? Yeah, 42.
Here, I'm gonna give you back. Start at 43.
The book of Leviticus, chapter 11, verse 43 in English. Ye shall not make yourselves abominable with any creeping thing that creepeth, neither shall ye make yourselves unclean with them, that ye should be defiled thereby.
With that being said, as far as in the UPK, I don't want no fake Israelite group thinking that we can wear, or our people thinking that we can wear any unclean animal. As far as that, I was making a joke with the snake and the alligator. We don't wear any unclean animal as a garment. Go ahead.
Verse 44. For I am the Lord your God. Ye therefore sanctify yourselves, and ye shall be holy. For I am holy, neither shall ye defile yourselves with any manner of creeping thing that creepeth upon the earth.
And that's just piggyback on what he just said. Alligator shoes, the belts, the hats. Don't defile yourself with that. And come in one with that, because we'll still be defying the Most High, and we become abominable, just like the scripture said. Go ahead.
Verse 45. I am the Lord that bringeth you up out of the land of Egypt, to be your God. Ye shall therefore be holy, for I am holy.
Does anybody know what holy means? Go ahead. Separate. That's right.
That's right. Your hand.
Holy is separate. Kodash in the Hebrew. Go ahead.
Verse 46. This is the law of the beast and of the fowl and of every living creature that moveth in the waters and every creature that creepeth upon the earth. Verse 47. To make a difference between the unclean and the clean, and between the beast that may be eaten and the beast that may not be eaten.
It's like if I'm gonna add, the holy part, just, like the sister just answered, holy to be separate. God loved us so much. Most High loved us so much that He created us. We're separate from everybody else. He didn't give these laws to anybody else but us. That just tell you how much the Most High God loves us and wants us to be a part of Him.
Right.
And we keep running out trying to be a part of other stuff when
Right.
He just wants us to be holy. And it's not a whole religious thing. He just wants you to follow my word. That's it. If Israel just come back and just follow the Most High God's word, we can get out of captivity.
Right.
And this is the rules of captivity right here. This is all the instructions how we can do it. But we try to make it tough and make it rough. And it's just simple.
Right.
He wants us to be holy. And we just got to do it. So like, go ahead, I'm sorry. I got to get it out.
No. Great point. Go ahead.
The book of Leviticus, chapter 12, verse 1. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, verse 2.
Okay.
Okay.
Elijah, we'll call next one. Stand. Adama. State's ready, sir.
Adama, by Yahanna, by SHALAM.
Adama, by Yahanna, by SHALAM.
Yahbashim Yashab Rakatham.
Yahbashim Yashab Rakatham.
Yeah, good job. Hurry up, man.
All right, sir. Sabi, you can be seated. Verse 2.
All right.
Nine.
Deny. Right.
Unless you want to keep on reading. You good.
This is the book of Leviticus, chapter 12 in the Hebrew, verse 2. Dabar, Al, Banya, Yasha'ala, La'amar, Asha, Kaya, Lazara'aya, Waya Lada, Zabar, Watama'a, Shaba'ith, Yamayam, Kayamya, Nadaf, Dawada. Salaki, no.
Okay.
Dawatha. Tama'a, verse 3. Wabaya Wam. That's it. Hashamayayan. Yamawal. Bashar. Ira Lathwa. Verse 4. Washal Shayam. Wayam. Salaki. Yawam. Washal Lashaf. Yamayam. The Shar. Salaki. The Shab. Wadamya. Tahara. Salaki. Tahara. Bakal. Quadash. La'ah. Thagai. Wa'al. Hama Quadash. La'ah. Thabah. Aid. Mala'ath. Yamya. Tahara. Verse 5. Wa'am. Naquaba. Thalad. Thalada. Watama'a. Shabyayam. Kanatha. Washashayam. Yawam. Washashaf. Yum. Yum. That's it.
Oh, yeah, yum this?
I like it, no.
Wine. It's wine.
Yum yum.
Yum
It's
yum.
wine.
Yum yum.
Yum yum.
Yum yum. All right. The shab, al, al daima, al damya, tahara, verse 6. Waba malalath, yamya, tahara, laban, Laban, Awa, Labath, Thabaya, Thabadya, Kabash, Bun, Shanathawa, La'al, La'ila, La'ila, Waban, Yawanna, Awa, Thara, Lakata'ath, Al, Pathak, Al, Mawa'id, Al, Hakahan. Verse 7. Wayakwara Yabawa. Yeah. Labanya. Yahweh. Wakapar. Ayala. Out, so it's like it. Auya. Watahara. Mamakwar. Damya. Za'ath. Thawarath. Hayaladaf. Lazakar. Awa. Lana Kwabya. Verse 8. Wa'am. La'a. Thamatazah. Yada. Daya. Shaha. Walakwak. Shathaya. Shathaya Tharayam. Awa. Shanya. Banya. Yawana. Akkad. La'alya. Oh, it's like a La Alya. Yeah, that tongue twister. Wa'akad. Lakata'af. Wakapar. Alya. Hakahan. Watahar.
Quinn. Kasiyat. Go outside with.
All right.
Good job. Give him good reading. Good reading. So this man right here is Officer Thelma Young, who teaches the Sabbath, who teaches the Hebrew class on Fridays. This is his right hand man. He's doing an excellent job. He's more the officer. He's doing an excellent job reading this Hebrew excellently. He's been teaching me while I'm up here as well. So he's give him a hand for that. He's doing an excellent job out there, man. Keep it up.
All right, this is the book of Leviticus, chapter 12, verse 2 in the English. Speak unto the children of Israel, saying, if a woman have conceived seed and born a man child, then she shall be unclean 7 days. According to the days of the separation, for her infirmity shall she be unclean. And in the 8th day, the flesh of his foreskin shall be circumcised.
There's that covenant, the circumcision. Go ahead.
And she shall then continue in the blood of her purifying 3 days. She shall touch no hallowed thing, nor come into the sanctuary until the days of her purifying be fulfilled.
So sisters that give birth to a child, a male child in this case, are unclean. All right, and it gives you a span of time here. What would it say?
30 and 3 days.
30 and 3 days. That's for a male child. It differs for a female child. All right. So you're unclean. You can't come to the sanctuary. You're unclean. All right. That's our quarantine again.
Right.
Okay. Go ahead.
Not because you're nasty, not because
No.
you did something wrong, none of that. It's just the fact that it's a quarantine. There may be issues going on with you, so that's just what the Most High God requires. It's a quarantine. It protects you and the whole other nation of Israel. In this case, they come to something unclean, it wouldn't spread across the whole camp.
Damn
That's
right.
all it is.
Damn
so
right.
not that you're nasty and God, we don't want to. No, it's not that at all. It's just a quarantine. That's all it is.
I mean, so like it, because if you look at the land of Moab, right? The Chinese, right? They're not very good at that. You know,
Right.
something spreads through them like every 10 years. It seems like something spread and something drastic. You know, they be all huddled up on top of each other, eating all kind of nasty things, and it just jumps from one to another.
That's right.
You know, just from being nasty.
That's right.
So they don't now they're putting this in effect. You know, you always see them prior to the COVID, you always see them wearing a mask. Always see them wearing a mask, right? You know, it look crazy out there, make you look like I don't ever want to go there. Why they always wearing a mask? And I used to think it was the pollution.
You're right.
You know?
I did too. It's like,
But now I see they always battling some kind of heebie-jeebies over there.
Right.
It's like they know how nasty they are.
They know exactly.
They wear the mask because they know how nasty they are.
Exactly. You know, a thing on them right quick. I know if they feed their people crap, they're going to feed our people crap.
Right.
They think less of us. So they don't feed us the crap of the crap. Because in China, they have rural markets, right? Like their little outdoor markets where they cook. And even they're in
It's like called a wet
the
market?
brick and mortar. Even
Wet
their,
market?
huh?
It's called a wet market. It's like
I'm not sure.
okay.
But even their brick and mortar buildings that they have, and they have a sewage line that is made strictly for them to dump their used grease down this line. And it travels downhill where the others put a bucket down there and catch it and use that grease in order to cook. Go ahead.
Let's like it, sir. This is one of that topic. I was speaking with Napash on the way here, and you know we have this food restaurant at the end of the building, and I was saying to myself, I know that chicken is expensive. I know that this place isn't getting that type of business. So when I think about it, knowing how they think about us, I've never been in there, but if it's Moab, I'm just assuming that they're probably catching what they're feeding everyone right outside the building.
Salaki. Damn right. I mean, just ask yourself, do you see any stray dogs or stray cats around here?
Not one.
You don't see no rats? No nothing. You know?
It's
Yeah,
like,
you know what they doing.
it's like if I made there was proof of that. There was videos that they was getting these animals down the drainage out there. Somebody was recording them. They was getting that dog out of that daggone drainage and then took him in. And they stopped him and asked him about it. Then they claimed they didn't speak no English and no, nothing. But we know what they was doing. They was grabbing that dog that they found that was dead in that bush, and they brought it inside, cooked it up for us, and chopped it up and said, "Hey, that be yours, sushi or whatever the heck you was eating.
Yeah.
Your chicken and rice."
Matter of fact, as a child, my neighbors, I had some Moabite neighbors on one side of me, and the other neighbor was from Persian. He was Persian. He's from Iran. He was upset one day because his cat went missing. Dead serious. And he was asking everybody, "Have you seen my cat? Have you seen my cat?" Come to find out, the Moabite neighbors had the dude's cat, prepping it.
Hey.
They didn't kill the cat yet. He was able to get a hold of his cat because he heard the cries of the cat. But they had the cat and it was ready to get him. So,
It happens.
go ahead.
The book of Leviticus, chapter 12, verse 5. But if she bear a maid child, then she shall be unclean 2 weeks, as in her separation, and she shall continue in the blood of her purifying 66 days. And when the days of her purifying are fulfilled, for a son or for a daughter, she shall bring a lamb of the first year for a burnt offering, and a young pigeon or a turtle dove for a sin offering unto the door of the tabernacle of the congregation unto the priest.
Now this is not her bringing sin offering because she had a child. Saying that the child is unclean, nothing like that. This is we had a sin offering. So because she missed all those times, when she did come into it, she had to bring her sin offering in. So just don't think it's because she had a baby now. That's a sin. It wasn't that. She missed her time. She wasn't able to congregate because of the child that she had. So when she was able to come back and congregate, then she was able to bring her sin offerings that she missed as well.
In verse 7, who shall offer it before the Lord, and make an atonement for her, and she shall be cleansed from the issue of her blood. This is the law for her that have borne a male or female child.
Okay, it's like you're right. This is the Day of Atonement. This sundown from 7 o'clock tonight, which is Saturday night, till Sunday sundown. This is the Day of Atonement to afflict your soul. You cannot eat nor drink.
Right.
Cannot eat nor drink from 7 o'clock sundown until 7 o'clock sundown tomorrow. Okay, so this is the Day of Atonement. This is the law that we had, and we will break it, I think, here at school. Am I okay? Start on?
It's not mandatory, but you can bring something to school if you want to. And
Okay.
join the brothers and sisters. You know, you want to bring something to break the fast.
So we're going to break the fast here.
It's not mandatory.
It's not mandatory. We can break the fast here. So if you're thinking about coming to break the fast here, we at 3353 Glenwood Road in Decatur, Georgia. Just come down, bring some food, come share in the brotherhood and the sisterhood, and enjoy this truth while we break the fast. All right? All right, go ahead.
All right. Keep reading English or the Hebrew?
English. That was it? You was done with that?
I believe so. Sorry.
Okay.
It's time.
That's it. All right. That ends the Sabbath service. We're going to go ahead and admonish them. We're going to do the Lord's Prayer. Going to do that, sir? All right. Father Quadam is face the east.
Is the Lord's Prayer in Hebrew? Abanawa.
Abanawa.
Shabbat Shemayim.
Shabbat Shemayim.
Quadash.
Quadash.
Hayah.
Hayah.
Shemka.
Shemka.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Malakbaka.
Malakbaka. Wala'ah.
Ratazaka.
Ratazaka.
Hayah.
Hayah.
Ashab.
Ashab.
Baratazah.
Baratazah.
Kawa.
Kawa.
Hayah.
Hayah.
Bashamayim.
Bashamayim.
Nathan.
Nathanan.
Lalawa. Lakam.
Lakam.
Cow.
Cow.
Yawam.
Yawam.
Wasalakwanao.
Wasalakwanao.
Kawathianao.
Kawathianao.
Kasalakwanao.
Kasalakwanao.
Kawathianao.
Kawathianao.
Wala'ah.
Wala'ah.
Tabianao.
Tabianao.
Banasayawan.
Banasayawan.
Abal.
Abal.
Hawashayanao.
Hawashayanao. Mayan.
Rai.
Rai.
Kaya.
Kaya.
Laka.
Laka.
Amalakwa.
Amalakwa.
Wala'ala.
Wala'ala.
Wahalapara.
Wahatapara.
La'ai walamyo.
La'awalamyo.
Aman.
Aman.
Good job, brother. It's the Lord's Prayer in English. Our Father.
Our Father.
Which art in heaven.
Which art in heaven.
Hallowed be thy name.
Hallowed be thy name.
Thy kingdom come.
Thy kingdom come.
Thy will be done.
Thy will be done.
In earth.
In earth.
As it is in heaven.
As it is in heaven.
Give us this day.
Give us this day.
Our daily bread.
Our daily bread.
Forgive us our debts.
Forgive us our debts.
As we forgive our debtors.
We forgive our debtors.
Lead us not to temptation.
Lead us not to temptation.
Deliver us from evil.
But deliver us from evil.
For thine is the kingdom.
For thine is the kingdom.
And the power.
And the power.
And the glory.
And the glory.
Forever.
Forever.
So be it.
So be it.
Amen.
Amen.
Sarge, turn.
God did announcements.
Announcements.
God.
Sir.
Okay.
Probably. Probably the other one.
Check that right there.
All right, they're moving. Okay. It's a lot. These are security announcements. We are the I.S.U.P.K. Start out at 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for new brother and sister. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if the brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There is another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6-month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment. Numbers chapter 18 verse 21 and Malachi chapter 3 verses 8 through 10 means tenth in the Hebrew, ma'ashara. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you, give to the treasury department or teacher. Priest fund, free will offering for priests, not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you would like. Upcoming holy convocations, the Day of Atonement, starting today at sundown until tomorrow, sundown.
October 1st.
October 1st.
No, Salakia.
We have another-
First is the Tabernacles.
And also, Salakia, October 1st, the Feast of the Tabernacles. Also, if anyone wants to be a trooper in the school, start wearing all black, boot, shirt, pants, headscarf, headband. And with that, Amajim.
Armajim. Men of Israel, Amajim.
You got it.
Men of Israel, Amajim. Amajim, Amam Shabbat, Amajim, Barak, Yahanna. And what we just said for the brothers, may the Most High bless you in the name of Christ. Yazimatai, hands down. Sorry, me the turn. Give one courteous salute to the sisters. Men of Israel, Amajim Shabbat, Amajim, Barak,
Yahweh Shema Alatham B'Hashem Yahushua.
Right, all right. And what we just said to the sisters, may the Most High watch over you in the name of Christ.
Salakia, sisters, if I may. When you're giving a salute, feet at a 45-degree ankle, heels together. Right hand over left.
Let's do it again.
All right. All right, so let's try it again. All right. Men of Israel. Majim Shabbat. Majim. Barak. Yahweh Shema Alatham B'Hashem Yahushua. All right. Watch.
Take over.
All right. All right, so shame face. Salakia says the shame face. Have your head down. All right. We'll try it again. Men of Israel. Majim Shabbat. Majim. Barak. Yahweh Shema Alatham B'Hashem Yahushua. All right.
Multiply. It's ours. Praise the class. Good job.
Salakia, let's make sure we
We stop.